Tell me your name, please, and how many years you were married.
My name is Betty McLean, and I was married 37 years.
Tell me what your situation was like going into the divorce.
The shock of finding out that my husband was divorcing me after 37 years was devastating, and I was just totally a basket case. I just cried and cried and cried.
Why collaborative divorce?
I think that you are able to get well sooner because I was told that if you have to go to court, that the two lawyers' objective is to argue and make each other look bad. And you don't have that with collaborative. You don't have to, degrade each other, and that would just make more problems to heal.
What was the first meeting like?
I was very nervous. Every time I ever drove past this building prior to the meeting, I would cry because I would think this horrible thing is going to happen in this building, and I just dreaded it. So I was very pleasantly surprised that everybody was so good to me, and there was no argument to have, It was really about just settling things, and there was no discussion of what had been done right or wrong.
Do you think you could have gotten a better deal in court?
I don't think that I would have gotten a better deal at all by going through any kind of harrowing experience. People yelling and trying to, sitting there in tears doesn't appeal to me at all. But with a judge, they just make the decision, and when the gavel goes down, you're stuck with that decision.
Some people say, why would I pay for a financial neutral and a mental health facilitator in collaborative divorce?
It was wonderful to have a mental health counselor, because when something came up that upset you, or you just brought back all kind of flood of emotions, then you could just say you wanted to take a break, or maybe she would say you need to take a break, and then you could leave the room and talk to her and discuss what it was, and then come back, because it wasn't about discussing who hurt who. It was just about settlement.
What creative solutions were you able to hash out in collaborative divorce that you may not have been able to do in court?
All the people knew who I was, and that my faith was extremely important to me, and I don't think they usually take into consideration that you are going to tithe your income. And so when they were deciding my income, what it would be, they included the tithing, because I was very serious about it. People understood where I was coming from, and they knew what was important to me, and we were able to change normal divorce decisions to what would be good for me.
How did the team of people work for you?
Well, definitely when you throw something out there to a group of people, two heads is better than one, and people would come up with stuff I didn't even think of. And I definitely think that it seemed like they definitely had my interest at heart, and I didn't have any complaints at all.
How was it emotionally for you?
I think the most important thing is that I was heartbroken, that I had looked forward to retiring with my husband, even though we had had a lot of problems. I always, in my mind, thought that when he retired, things were going to be different. And when it came time to retire, things were different. And so I was heartbroken, and I'm very thankful that I got to go through a more peaceful method of getting a divorce, and that it was not painful at all. And I think everything that I wanted was done.
What has the recovery been like for you after collaborative divorce?
I'm sure that it's a lot better than it would have been if any more pain would have happened in a courtroom, which I understand would have just tried to shred each other. And I'm doing great. I was shocked. I went to a divorce recovery group and they said, since I've been married 37 years, it would probably take 5 years to get well. And I'm very thankful that it did not take 5 years. So I think it speeded up my recovery.
What does your future look like now?
I'm much smarter and much wiser. I've had to do a lot of things for myself that I never thought I could do. Starting with interviewing a financial advisor, interviewing and choosing a lawyer. All of that really scared me. And by coming and just meeting the people and they liked me, I think I was shocked because we became friends. And it has just given me a lot of confidence to do what I need to do, and I did really well. And I would have never even tried anything like that. And then I've lived by myself now for 4 years, and I'm very happy. I've really grown a lot over the past 4 years and been healing from everything that happened.
What would you say to the person who says, I need to get a divorce. I'm looking at this website. Should I go the collaborative route or should I go to court?
I would say that especially if they want to do things where it's discussed and you have an opportunity to share with people how this would best work for you, that your best chance to speak to the people making the decisions, because you are actually making decisions. It's between you and your husband, and they are just giving input, that it's going to be gentler. It's going to be better for everybody concerned. When I chose collaborative divorce, they said that it was a gentler way to get a divorce. And I think that definitely, helps as far as the memories that you have when you've been married 37 years. There were good years. And you want to have some good memories of your whole life and your children. It's so important not to be bitter or angry, but to be able to go forward.